Bravo Besties podcast. It's your girl, your host, your bestie, Diana Gebbia. I hope you had an amazing 4th of July weekend. Mine was pretty fun. I went to Newport Beach for the first time. Sadly, did not go to the Quiet Woman, but it definitely should be on my list of things to do. Like, trying to find a parking spot was just anxiety-inducing enough. So, Quiet Woman was not on our list this time, but I definitely want to hit that up some point in the future. Listen, you are gonna absolutely live and die for today's episode. I have Cassidy and Chase on from the Reality Wind Down. This is the most fun I've ever had, okay? I feel like I know them for 20 years. I feel like we grew up together. They introduced me to Whispering Angel and Dill Pickle Chips. Yes, I already knew about Whispering Angel, but this Whispering Angel and Dill Pickle Chips combo, I am in love. And I hope after this is done, you go ahead and get yourself some of that too. In fact, get yourself some now while you're listening. Feel like you're part of the convo. Oh my God, they were such a pleasure to have on, and you can find them at The Reality Wind Down. That's their podcast. Find them on Instagram and TikTok as well. Before we get into the good stuff, I do want to ask if you could rate and review this podcast 5 stars. I would absolutely love that. I had a perfect rating, and then somebody decided to rate me 1 star. I know it couldn't have been any of you guys because you've all been so wonderful. Probably someone who was offended by one of my videos on TikTok or Instagram, and I will never understand people who try and sabotage other people. Like, sabotage. Did I say that right? Sabotage, yeah. I won't understand that because that says more about them than it does me. Is it a bummer? Yeah. Am I broken up about it? No, because everyone's been so great about rating it, and I know I'm good. So you didn't win, and it just sounds like you're miserable. So yeah, if you're listening now, please go rate, review 5 stars. I love and appreciate you so much. And without any further ado, Cassidy and Chase, 2 cuties. You are in for a treat today because I like to think of these people as my partners in wine. The first time they followed me on Instagram, they got their wine today and I needed to buy more and I totally didn't. So shame on me. Shame on me. But yeah, the first time they messaged me on Instagram, or they followed me on Instagram rather, I messaged them and I was like, dude, reality TV and wine, you are my people. Everyone raise your glass except for me. I have my club soda. Raise my club soda for the hosts of the Reality Wind Down podcast, Cassidy and Chase.
Hi.
Hey guys.
Woo! See, we're over here drinking.
Woo,
we have our
cheers.
rosé as always.
Wait, what kind of rosé are you drinking?
The
Bottles-
classiest Whispering Angel.
Whispering Angel always.
Whispering Angel, so good.
Yes,
Have you
all we
tried
drink.
the Palms Whispering Angel?
I have tried the Palms Whispering Angel. It's okay. I'm not mad at it. If it's at a restaurant, I'll drink it, but I like just the classic Whispering Angel more, but not mad at the Palms though.
She's
I
not
like
mad
the
at any
Palms
rosé,
bottle.
to be honest.
Yeah,
the
that's-
Palms bottles.
Oh, it is so cute. It's very Beverly Hills Hotel, right?
It's
so
so
cute.
funny you said that because that's the theme of my bathroom. And when I first moved to California, my coworkers bought it for me and I've been putting it off, but I want to get the light up corks from Amazon and put it
Oh
in
my
my
God.
bathroom.
That's
I have
such
the
a good
bottle in my
idea.
fridge.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. I love
Essentially
that.
just make your own club and your own bar in your bathroom, which is interesting, but hey, why not spice up a
Why
bathroom?
not?
Except I literally have a bar rack, but it's for my makeup. So we'll just put alcohol on it.
Yeah,
It'll be
why
the
not?
same.
I love it.
Yes. Well, we are here, obviously, to talk all things Bravo. So I want to start off with what I ask everyone when they come on this podcast. In your head, who is your Bravo besties? Because this is the Believe in Bravo Besties podcast. And what would you do on a day together? Now, it could be anyone.
Guys, I'm going Sonia Morgan. I feel like we'll both go Sonia, honestly. We love her so much. And I'm going to the townhouse and I'm drinking rosé with her. And I'm laying in her bed. I know that's going to sound really weird, but I want to go lay in her 4-quarter. I'm not going to go sleep with her. You gave me the craziest look.
Well, because it's funny. Mine's going to be I want to go to her gay parties. So it's we can go to her gay parties and you can just binge her upstairs.
And then I'll go take a nap with my rosé and you guys will just keep going because she's a gay supporter.
Yeah. I mean, she has an iconic Wednesday party with all her gays. And I want to be invited to one of those. So if I was her bestie, I would be invited every week.
That's true.
Manifest it. put it out into the universe. That is such a good answer. I feel like I change mine every episode because if I were going to say the same one, it would be boring. I think this episode, mine's going to be Leah. So I'll be seeing you at the party. Leah's a little bit rowdy, but I like how open she is. And like, I'm open too. Her fashion's controversial, but some of her picks, like, I kind of want to raid her closet. Some of them are really on point.
Oh, the jumpsuit this week, she absolutely killed it. That was so chic. I loved it.
And also, you have to respect someone that's going to take a risk.
True.
You know? Like, you have to appreciate it.
Exactly.
Even if it doesn't always hit. But you know what?
Like, a few of her confessional looks, like the red and yellow was a bit of a miss for me whenever she had like the gloves.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, she has some cute looks. Can't deny that.
The pants, or as I call them, the pantses, because there were like 3 sets of pants in one.
Layers of pants.
It was like, what is you doing?
Oh God, I love it.
Oh my God, so much fun. So tell everyone about your amazing podcast. And by the way, like your fun TikToks, like I gotta up my TikTok game because your editing skills are like on point. So tell everyone, you know, how you met, how you got started, like.
Yeah, I mean, we've known each other since we were in like 6th, 7th grade. Like we went to like different junior highs, but in like the same little district. And like Chase moved away to New York after high school. Like I stayed in Houston and he moved back, God, I guess 2 years ago.
Almost
now.
2 years, yeah.
He moved back and literally both of our boyfriends were like, you guys harass us so much. Like all y'all do is sit around and talk Bravo. Like, why don't you channel it elsewhere? And we were like, why don't we start a podcast?
Yeah,
and,
because at a certain point we were going on like date nights together because it's like we rekindled our friendship, you know, coming back and stuff like that. So there was a point where it's like me and Cassie ventured over to this corner. We're talking like gossip, reality TV, housewives, all of that. And it, like you said, they're at that point, they're like, should we even be here anymore? Like, what are we doing? And it's like, we want y'all to have a moment where you can talk about it and then come hang out with us.
Yeah, like we don't just want to talk. Like, even though they watch like Housewives with us and stuff, like they do enjoy it. They were like, we don't only want to talk Housewives. So we were like, okay, well, that's all we want to talk. So we'll channel it into this energy. And yeah, with the TikToks, like I always joke, I'm like, oh my God, I'm Gen Z now because I learned how to do TikTok.
Oh my God.
Right? Like it's so much fun to be on TikTok. Like I like stay up till 2 a.m. filming TikToks now and like trying to get ideas.
I literally wake up to like, I scroll my phone of like various TikToks from Cassie. She's like, hey, I just thought of this one or that one. I'm like, ooh, she's keeping me young. She's keeping me in the know.
And my mom like bought like a head to like learn how to do hair better on it. And we like jokingly call her like Sandy Cohen now. And she makes appearances in some of our TikToks.
It's hysterical. Oh my God. Yeah, no, the TikTok's taking over my life too. Like, so now I post twice a day. Like I'm on a very consistent posting schedule and I start like my regular job here at 7:30. So I'm up at 6. Don't care if I look like a potato, like you're getting the news whether or not. Like I can
yours are great.
No,
though.
I love that.
I
You gotta
love
give people what they want, and that's the news.
The
and
way
whatever.
you do it is really good too. It's like always like I think I get half of my news from you like first thing in the morning on Reels.
The best compliment ever. Thank you.
Genuinely, I'm being completely honest. I love it.
Thank you so much. We got to figure out how to collab on the TikToks.
I know we need to like they do a thing where it's like they repost it. You know, there's see, I'm not in the know. See, Cassidy's over here. Exactly.
Oh, like stitch each other.
See, I sound like the old person, like that old thing over there. You know, like,
you're the boomer. I'm the Gen Zer on this one, and we're going to stitch each other in some way, and we're gonna make it happen.
That'll be so much fun. Do you find on TikTok that people are so much sassier than Instagram?
They give literally like 0 Fs. Like they will comment anything. That's what like, I guess it's just like the generation that's like a little bit like for millennials, like a little bit younger than us. They are just savages on there. But I kind of love the honesty, like the brutal honesty. Like you're going to get how they're feeling. They're not going to sugarcoat it for you. And I'm like, all right.
Personally, I can't handle it. So I let Cassidy do. She is the one that, you know, like comments back most of the time.
Yeah.
And then, you know, like puts the TikToks together and a lot of the Instagram. Because I was like, Cassidy, my emotional state, I can't handle it. These kids are mean out here. These people are mean. Even the old people, the older generation is also mean. They're actually meaner. Like at least the younger generation is sassy and kind of like shady and funny about it. The older generation is coming for you and they're gonna let you know what they're coming for.
A few of our comments, you just have to sit back, and we've started responding if we get like a hateful comment from like an older person. I just responded like, thanks Susan, like that's their name, like thanks so much for the support, keep bumping us up in the algorithm, Susan. Like,
That's
love
what
you.
I do too, because if you comment back, obviously it boosts. So I respond
It
to
adds.
everything. I got called
Yes.
Gramps today. So yeah, I posted
It's so
a video.
ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
Oh my god, that's
yeah, there was a tweet. Katie Thurston like retweeted something from Nick Viall, and I just put it as my background, but like I knew people wouldn't be able to see it, so I read it verbatim, like read the entire thing. And this girl was like, "Move, I can't see the tweet." I was like, "Or you could turn the audio up, or Twitter's free." And she was like, "Oh, why would you make a video about a tweet if you can't see it?" I said, "I read it verbatim. Who peed in your cereal this morning?" And she was like, "Do your job better, Gramps." And I was like, "Do you feel okay now? Like, do you feel better?" And she blocked me. I'm like, don't go to the kitchen if you can't handle the roast, boo. Like, don't do it.
Love that. I love that so much. I mean, Twitter's free. That comment just sent me over the edge.
I also can't handle the kitchen.
Yeah, but you're right. They're absolute savages out here. Like, it is no joke.
That's why I just drink my wine and act like nothing's going on. And
he just edits the podcast, and I'm out there like switching back and forth with people. I'm like, all right, whatever.
It's like, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Exactly.
So tell me more about like your love of Bravo. What show hooked you in? When did you start watching? When did you realize like, okay, I'm in, there's no turning back?
We're like OGs of the OC. Like, we started from, I mean, we would have been pretty young then. I guess we were probably like 12.
Yeah, because I mentioned it actually weirdly
we
enough.
talked about it last week.
Like last week I talked about like, it's funny because my dad is actually the reason I started watching Bravo, and he didn't realize what he was doing because he turned on the first season of OC, which I always say is truly like a documentary. Like it was not what Housewives is today. So my dad was like, "Oh, this is interesting. There's like these ladies around OC. They're being interested, you know, just that whole thing." I was like, "Oh my God, what is this magic that you just turned on?" And I literally always joke, and my family jokes that Gary is the reason I'm Bravo obsessed. And it's truly that.
Yeah.
So it's like literally the first season, and I have to thank my dad.
Yeah.
Shout out to Gary. Yeah.
That's amazing. We love you, Gary.
Yeah. I mean, I just started watching it. Like, my mom turned it on one day, and I just remember Vicky yelling, "I don't want to get old." And I was like, "All right, I'm in." Like, let's do this. I'm in. And ever since then, like, we've followed, like, we are the people who like re-binge like the Real Housewives of New York probably 72 times. Like, there's nothing you could talk about that we wouldn't know. Other than tonight on our podcast randomly, I have to ask you this. Of all Sonja Morgan's animals, do you remember a cat named Tigray?
No.
Thank you. Thank you. No one does. I'm like, I've rewatched New York 1,000 times. I do not remember a Tigray the cat. So I feel vindicated in this right now.
Okay, I technically didn't know either, but I like looked up what Sonja Morgan's animals' names were, and Tigray came up, and it was her cat, and I was like, "Hey, it's true."
I don't remember.
We had never seen the cat before, but she has it.
It was like hiding behind a plant, like way in the corner, one episode for like a millisecond, probably.
Literally
nailed it.
True. She's in the background somewhere.
She exists. We don't know.
Hey, I'm cat obsessed. I'll like do anything for a cat.
But no. And then basically there's like no show on Bravo now that we do not watch. Like, I think we pretty much watch. Like, from Top Chef to, I'm a little behind on $1 Million Listing right now, but I will catch up eventually.
I will say I fell off, which I'm gonna binge, and I promise. Below Deck Sailing Yacht.
It was a good season too. I keep telling him that he missed out.
Saying it, but it was just something that I couldn't take it on because I'm already so invested in like regular Below Deck, which regular Below Deck, the first 2 episodes are insane.
Well, like the Below Deck Med, like the new one.
Yes.
Yeah, like, did you watch Below Deck Med, like the new episode?
I'm boycotting because I don't like Malia.
Okay.
Oh, fair enough.
Same. Like, someone posted, like, I reshared, I can't remember who, but it was like a rare photo of Sandy and Malia from the new season of Below Deck, and it was just like 2 trash bags like sitting on the side of the dog. That was like amazing. But fair. Yeah, I'm kind of hate watching Malia right now too, like trying to see if she realizes what she's done. I think it's worth tuning in because Sandy does own that they've made a few mistakes maybe, but we'll see where it goes. But it's a very chaotic first episode. I recommend.
It's not, they are problematic. Stand by that.
Yeah.
But it was the whole debacle of just a charter in general that just really was just like, this is
Yes.
This is gold on TV.
High maintenance with, spoiler alert, the chef potentially leaving on episode 1.
Wow, that's a new world record.
That's
Yeah.
insane. Exactly. That's why I was like, okay, I might be into this.
Yeah. Recommend.
Oh my God. Sometimes, speaking of chefs, sometimes I cook for myself here and I'm like, this could easily go on Below Deck. And I'm like, no, like.
Are you a good cook?
No, you are right.
I would say so.
Well, there you go. Because remember that one chef that season that made nachos?
Oh, the homophobic girl
Yes,
that was
Yes.
I don't remember
she's
her
from
name.
Russia.
What's her? I'm picturing her.
I can see her, but
Dark hair.
I can more see
I-
those nachos.
Hold
Honestly,
on.
That
I
was
love it because
wild.
we love a bit of Taco Bell. I would have easily eaten it, but
Nachos
everyone
are
else
my
was
favorite food.
right. Like I was like, put some cheese and jalapenos on a chip, and I'm good.
What's
Mila.
my super yacht food? Oh, there you
Mila,
go.
that was it. Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, she was insane.
Oh my God. Chef
But-
Adam, I know he's problematic, but like he was my favorite. I was telling Kim Hassara from Believe in Bravo East Coast Housewives, I'm like, he could grill food on me and I would be okay with that.
Oh my god, yeah. Well, he lived in like a van. He might could like cruise on up to you and come
Yeah.
cook you something. You never
Yeah,
know.
I'm like always when I'm like in Malibu or something like that, I'm like, ooh, I'm just looking out for a van because I
He's like,
feel
maybe
Chef
he's
Adam,
around.
where you at?
Yeah. I'm actually for the 4th of July, I'm going to the OC for the first time. So I'm going to be like on
Ooh.
high alert. I'm going to Newport Beach. I kind of want to see if I can get to the Quiet Woman. I don't know.
I
if
was
it's
gonna
gonna
say, go to
happen.
the Quiet Woman. You have to.
You would have,
And you have to
run into
report, like you
someone.
have to go do like a little like report back. Like, dude, that would be a great TikTok actually.
It
Like,
would.
hey, I'm headed to on the OC and film it. I would love to see it.
Baiting.
And then go up to the window and just
My
blow
friend,
on
yeah,
it.
Very COVID friendly.
Oh,
I know,
yes.
right? Oh my
Oh
god.
my God, that's so funny. Well, we had some big Bravo news this week. I do a segment on my show every week called Spilling the Bravo Tea. And this week's tea was we got Potomac taglines.
We did.
I thought we would kind of read off each of the ladies' taglines and kind of judge them.
Okay, yeah,
We
let's
are
do
ready
it.
for that.
All right. So Ashley Darby is up first. She says, the only thing messier than two boys is me.
Okay, so Michael Darby is my sleep paralysis demon. He keeps me up at night and scares the hell out of me. So that for me, I just think about her changing Michael Darby's diaper and it really sends me to a place that I don't want to think about. And I'm so sorry for everyone that I just put that in their mind. That was one of my least favorites. I like the play on it, but
I like the planet because she is messy, but
Yeah.
as you're kind of saying, I went to a deeper place or a darker place.
I went to
and
too
I
much
just-
of a realistic place
Yeah,
with it.
and it wasn't as fun
Yeah.
as I thought because I just was thinking of not great things.
Our sleep
But I
paralysis
think
demon
Ashley
Michael.
is messy, so it
And
works.
she prides herself on being messy at times. So
Yeah. For me, I think it was because she just said then two boys. Like, it's like, is it any two boys? I feel like I'm being too much of a teacher and I'm not even a teacher, but she should have just been like, the only thing messier than my sons
yeah.
is me or something like, I don't know. That would have
Yeah.
made it better.
Oh my god, I forgot. Okay, sorry, blackout. I totally forgot she had a second son. I was imagining the
Michael
other Michael Darby. I totally forgot she had another son.
Oh my
Sorry,
God.
this changes everything. Love the tagline. Yes, sweetie. Keep going, Ashley.
So I proved your point. You proved my point. I can't talk. I'm like, I have a
Yes,
point.
the sons would have been better.
I
'cause-
totally forgot that thank you for that because that changes everything for me. We were talking
Well-
about this earlier and you didn't correct me either.
Because the thing is, I just thought you just went there, and I was like, I
Oh,
respect
same.
the journey she went.
Sorry,
That's
guys.
what I thought too. And then it's so funny when you said he's your sleep paralysis demon. I thought of like when back in the day when chain emails were a thing and it would be like, what's wrong with this picture? And then it'd be like, blah, 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 like just Michael Darby's face popping out on the screen.
1,000%.
Or it's like share this, like forward this text to 20 friends, or Michael Darby will show up in your nightmares. I'd be like forwarding immediately. I'd be like making up phone numbers.
Oh my God. What a horrible human. Oh, that's
Sorry, thank you for
terrible to say.
clarifying that though, because I did totally forget that she had a second
No,
son.
My pleasure. We have Candace Dillard Bassett next. My blessings are many and my patience is none.
I don't hate it. I am not the biggest Candace fan,
Yeah.
but it was fine. I think it's like middle, you know?
Shout
like
out
it's-
to Mama Dorothy for being her biggest blessing.
there you
right?
go.
Like,
I think she's
Mm.
blessed with a rich mom, and you know
Yes.
what? That would be a
Mm.
blessing, you know?
I mean, if my mom wanted to buy me a house, I'd be like, thanks, Mom. Like, I'd be very into that.
Right? Oh my
Um,
god.
And she always
Yeah.
likes to play like on like the whole like patience thing. She's like, I don't tolerate this. I don't have any patience for that. So like I liked the little play. I feel like they
Yeah.
all got really clever with their taglines, which I was into. Like, it was more,
Mhm.
like I didn't love the Beverly Hills taglines this season. I definitely am appreciating the Potomac ones more.
Yes, the Beverly Hills ones, I feel like were redos of old ones. Like they missed
Yeah.
their deadline, and it's like, oh crap, we gotta write these taglines.
Yeah, let's go back to the old drawer where I was doodling like 3 years ago. No, I completely agree.
Instead of this town, around here. Good, good, good.
Oh God, you changed it up. Oh, this
Who
is
that?
fresh. This is fresh. We love it.
No one will know.
No one will ever know.
I kind of had the same feelings about Candace's as you guys. Like, it's aight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's there. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a solid
Yeah.
6.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
Giselle says the secret to this pretty face is staying in the shade.
Okay, I loved because you know what?
Yes.
She's shady and she's giving a skin tip. And I really appreciate that. We're learning from this tagline, and she's also revealing things about herself.
And I mean,
she
who-
knows she's shady, and she knows the key to good skin is
Yeah.
to be in the shade. You can't be in the sun.
Who wouldn't want to look like Giselle? I mean, as messy as she can also be, she's absolutely stunning. Like,
Yeah.
she's like probably the most stunning housewife.
I mean,
Yes.
R.I.P. Every Hue Beauty, but it's okay. You know
Yes,
what?
every
Oh,
Hue Beauty.
yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
sad, but you know what? Maybe she'll come out with this a sunscreen.
Yeah,
And that would be something that maybe we'll all stand by, you know?
I'm into
Yeah.
that.
She's promoting good skincare, good health.
Yeah.
I love it. I was a fan of that tagline.
I was a fan too. I think
All of
it,
the
it,
above.
it reflects her as a person.
Agreed.
And I love that.
Agreed.
Yes. And she is stunning, like you said. I remember when I was watching Potomac when it first came out, my mom was just like, oh my God, she's so pretty. I'm like, I know, right? Like,
And
She
it's-
really is a stunning person.
Yeah, she really is. Yeah, the most stunning housewife. I can't
yeah.
argue with that.
No, not at all.
We just got to get her a stylist and then, like,
Oh, and an interior designer.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, all of
It's just so
the
rough.
above.
This whole storyline of like whenever she's like, I got my dream house, I did this, I'm renovating it, it's gonna be amazing. And then they do the before and after, and I was like, I kind of like the before.
It was like purple wallpaper and like gold carpet, and I was like, "What? Oh my god,
no.
no for me."
One time I
Like-
literally found the exact like mirror she had on her, like it was like one of those like multiple mirrors on a little circle.
Uh-huh.
I found it in the trash and it was hanging in my house, but I didn't pay for it.
Oh, there you
It
go.
was in the trash.
So you got it for free.
You know, things happen, and I have been on her journey before.
Choices were
but
made. Choices were made.
I've realized myself since.
Are you guys SpongeBob fans?
Of course we are.
I
Oh
am-
my God, Cassidy is.
Stop. They just opened an experience in Houston called the Rusty Crab. And it's like you go to a full. And I want to go. I wanted. My
I wanna
birthday was a couple
go.
weeks ago, and I wanted to go so bad, but like I feel like everyone wasn't feeling it for my birthday. So I'm gonna force him, and like we're gonna go and we're gonna go do this.
I'll be on a plane.
Oh
Oh,
my god!
yeah.
Please
Yeah.
come. Like I'm so down for this.
When you said trash, it was like, here's old Bolton Brash. More like belongs in the trash. Like, so that's like Giselle's home. No offense to her. She's
No,
thinking,
it's no offense. Everyone has their own like style. It's just not mine.
yeah,
you know?
she's old Bolton Brash. Oh my
I
god.
can't. Oh
I have
my
a
God.
SpongeBob reference for like every day of the week. Like
Literally,
every-
I am not far off of that, to be honest. Like my whole room before I moved out of my parents' house, it's still like I redid it at some point, and it still had the SpongeBob pineapple light switch whenever I
Oh
would
my
leave.
god, that's so
So,
cute.
I was a SpongeBob hardcore stan.
Oh, we're soulmates. We
Chase
truly
is like
are.
so mortified that I'm
No,
saying that
I
out loud.
respect it, and I love your journey.
Chase has had a Christmas tree in his room for 10 years, and who is he to talk?
I love Christmas. Okay,
It just stays there.
it does. It doesn't leave, and it knows its place. I know it. I don't have to put it up every
It's
year.
like his childhood home. Like we went back and we were like twerked
Oh,
on
yeah,
it one
it's not-
time. We like christened it. It was beautiful.
There you go. How
keep it
tall is
there.
it?
It's a solid 7-footer.
Yeah, it's a big hit.
Like,
Oh,
it's
it's a
not-
big tree.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's a
it's
real tree.
solid. But again, I don't live there
Yeah.
anymore. It's almost as if my parents just allowed it to stay there as like an homage to
Yeah, I
me.
feel like
Just to say it replaced you.
Right. Like when you move out, like his parents were just like, all right, we're just gonna keep that as Chase's room exactly as he left. I'm like, all right, we're good.
Choices
and
were
I
made.
kind of don't blame you for taking it down then, because that's like 7 feet. Like, no.
I don't
that's-
want to do
that's a
that.
lot.
That's
I
not
know.
fun, you know?
Right.
I have other things to do. I have Bravo to watch.
Yeah.
We have Below Deck to catch up
exactly.
on.
Exactly. All right. So the Grand Dame, Karen Huger says, the Grand Dame can never be duplicated, imitated, or intimidated.
10 for 10, 5
Yeah.
stars. Love it.
Really?
We love the
This
Grand
is see,
Dame.
I can see the shock. And
Yeah.
the reason is because so I think Karen is in on the joke. I think
Mhm.
Karen is having fun. She knows that she's playing this Bravo like reality TV game. So she's, the Grand Dame is her brand. And you know what? Kyle does this, as you were saying earlier, in this town in Beverly Hills. But
Mhm.
to me, Kyle is just, it's not as fun with
Kyle is
her.
just Kyle.
Yeah.
She's just there.
And with Karen, I think it's fun. And like, I think she's just ridiculous.
Well, I
in
think
a way.
like the thing whenever she went back to her hometown, like that was enough for me to realize, you know what? She is like almost a caricature of herself in like
Yes.
the best way possible, right? So
Yes.
it's like so over the top. But like you say, like when she came out in the pink suit and she's doing the dance and the whole Black Bill Gates thing, it's like she knows that she is building a brand, right? So it's like I'm not gonna be mad at her always saying the Grand Dame.
But I
thing.
have to hear your thoughts.
It sounded more like an instruction manual to me. Like, I don't know if it was the Grand Dame of it all, or the can never be imitated, duplicated, incubated. Like, I don't know.
Do you want to list more
retaliated, berated,
Right, percolated. I don't know. Like, do not
You're
feed
not
after
wrong.
midnight.
Now that you say that, I get it a little bit.
I wonder how many words she came up with before she picked those 3.
You know, she googled what
Satiated.
rhymes with intimidate.
Yeah, synonyms for
Well,
intimidating.
what rhymes with intimidated? Just like all the words that she had to choose from, and that was one of them. But yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's fair.
Also, like, duplicated and imitated are kind of the same.
No, I'm pretty sure that they're a synonym for each other. Sorry, guys, this is our second bottle of wine.
You're cut off. No, I'm kidding.
We're
Yeah,
just living
exactly.
I'm like,
my
if
bouncer come
only-
to you guys.
If only they would cut me off after 2 bottles, right?
Yeah, it's like
Oh
we
my
are.
God.
If anything, we're like, oh, your class is empty.
Yeah, we're like, top it up. Ooh.
Oh, I love that.
Podcast
No.
night. What are you gonna say?
You're drinking for me because I need to run out and get more wine. That's the That's the story.
I'm like, Postmates, go Puff, get on it. Like, you need to order yourself a drink, sir, while you're getting ready to go out, because I know you're going out tonight.
Oh, Drizzly. I love Drizzly. Have you ever used that? Do you guys have that by you?
I think we
Mhm.
have it. I always use Go Puff.
I've
never-
done Drizzly.
Have you
and
done
Yeah,
Drizzly?
it's great. I mean, they'll just do like a liquor store that's like not too far, and they're here,
Ooh,
literally
yeah.
here within the hour. It's amazing.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Yeah. Is this an ad for
I
alcohol
always
delivery?
Sponsor us.
Exactly,
Is
please.
it just alcohol though, or does it have other things?
I think Drizzly's just alcohol.
Drizzly-
Drizzly's just alcohol.
Okay, so like I will order a bag of chips with my wine. So that's why I go Puff. I'm like, do you have dill pickle chips? All right, yeah, that and my rosé. Thanks.
You're like,
so
I'll
much.
tip
That sounds
25.
delicious.
Do you like dill pickle chips? Because those are like our passion in life.
So I like dill pickles and I like chips. So I'm sure I would love
you
both.
must.
You've never had dill pickle chips?
I don't think so. I've had salt and vinegar, but not. I don't think I've had dill
Okay, it's
pickle.
an elevated salt and vinegar, which I'm a salt and vinegar fan.
Oh yes, for sure.
But add the
I
pickle
love salt
flavor
and
to
vinegar.
it.
My mouth
and
is
it's
watering
like-
now.
Okay, you need to get them. Like this is a demand. If we're gonna have you on our podcast, and I want you to have tried them by then, because I promise
We'll do
you'll
a
love it.
taste test.
Yes.
No, seriously, I'm gonna bring the Whispering Angel and the dill pickle chips and be like, "What's up, boo?" Like,
Bestie. Hi,
I
bestie.
love this for us.
Yes.
Oh my god, amazing. New cast member Mia Thornton says, "If you want to pop off with me, I'll be happy to get you adjusted."
So Chase, take this one away.
I think is she a chiropractor? Do we know this about her yet?
I don't know. Let me check her page
read that
out.
again, and you're like, oh, I will like
Pop off.
and I'll
Pop
think-
off.
That's very chiropractic
the fact
talk.
that like I didn't even that never crossed my mind. He said that earlier, and I was like, oh my god, you have to be right.
She is.
Yes, is she
Yes!
really?
Wow. She's a franchise. Well, I don't know if she
Proud of
is
you.
a chiropractor or she
Oh.
just owns the
Hey,
a
there's the
franchise.
connection.
Queen, she owns the franchise. Like that's even yes.
I know, but I'm so impressed. That didn't even come to my mind. I was like, oh, attitude adjustment. Okay. And then
That
like, you
one
guys
is-
are smart.
I shocked her too earlier, and she was like, "Wait,
Chase has never
wait,"
been
and we
a
didn't
king.
Google it because we don't Google anything.
Yeah.
But like,
We always say we're gonna go Google things, and then we're like, oh yeah, so
Too
we
much
didn't
work.
Google that one,
yeah.
guys,
I
sorry.
can't use the internet like that.
And like, because we say we're gonna Google so many things, we can't remember any of the things we said we were going to Google. But Chase, I was very impressed with that one, and the fact that she is a chiropractor, I love that tagline. Then
Yes, that's freaking amazing. From the trailer, she looks really promising.
yes,
I
think
agree.
she's gonna bring it for sure. I'm excited to see her.
Also, she shared my story welcoming her to the cast, so I already
Oh,
like
Yes,
yeah,
there you
love
go.
it, love
I'm a
it.
fan. I was a huge, I think this might be my favorite tagline. This is from Robin Dixon. I may keep you waiting, but trust me, I am worth it.
It's the most Robin Dixon
I was
tagline you can
like-
possibly imagine. She's always late, but worth the wait for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it is. You just said it's like that is Robin. Let's
Yeah.
just be
Mhm.
real. She's like, be real. So
Be-
every time we say "be real," we think of Simon Van Campen
when
in
he's
his
saying,
song.
I am real. Like we always say, just be real.
So every time I say "be real," I can't not.
we
think
start
of that
singing
song.
and think of him in his red leather pants.
Oh my
So-
God. That's it. Like your Michael Darby image. That's like another one of those sleep paralysis
There you
demon.
go.
Absolutely.
But very Robin, very into it. Robin hasn't always been the most active on the show
Mm.
because she's not always there on time. But I think she's a main player. Like I think
Oh.
she's needed, and I think she's important, and I really like her.
Yeah. Yeah.
really
She's
like her.
consistently there.
Yeah, I also kind of connected. I don't know if this is a reach, but like I kind of connected it to like her engagement with like Juan and how like were they gonna get back together? Were they not? Like, did she keep him waiting to
Oh.
propose?
Like, was she gonna get a ring? Yeah. Oh, that's a good point. That's
yeah,
a really
I
good
connected
point.
it to that.
Yeah.
I just simply connected to she was late every time.
Hey, but you nailed it with the chiropractor one. So we're gonna be
chiropractor,
I know.
proud.
Hey, there's only I got one, and that's all. I'm good with that.
That
As
was a
Nancy
good
Lakes once
one.
said, my brain can't be doing too much,
No.
and that was all it could do that
Definition
day.
of me as a person.
I also would have loved if her tagline was straight up, I am so glad Juan Dixon is not here right now.
Oh,
You're
a
so
play on that
right.
could have been absolutely
that
amazing.
would have been. You know, that was in the
Ooh.
runnings. They probably just couldn't figure it out.
Yeah,
But like,
something with that could have been
oh,
amazing.
that would have been so good.
That was like the most underrated, not even underrated, like surprise hysterical moment that like went down in history. Like when she
Yeah.
said that, I don't think she thought we were all going to be laser
no.
focused on that one.
No.
And that's, you know what? That's the magic of Housewives is the parts that like are so random are actually what we hold on to and never forget.
Like the things we
It's
end up
like the
quoting
main
the
plot
most.
points. They're like, oh, okay, we see them, we're into them, whatever. But those little moments, you're like, yes,
100%.
done.
Yeah.
Old fan.
She
Yeah.
said that with such conviction.
Conviction.
She was so glad he was not there.
Because when was he ever there? Really? Sorry, Robin.
Will we ever
Fact.
find out what would happen?
I'm just gonna sit
No.
back and drink my,
Probably not.
I'm just gonna sit back and drink my wine on that
It was
one.
really fun. It's accurate. That was great. Dr. Wendy Osefo, this professor just doesn't grade on the curve. She sets the curve.
See, I just wondered, we were talking about this earlier also, because of course we were discussing the taglines. Like a
Mhm.
bit curious because last season she kind of wanted to like get away from being a professor so much. So I'm wondering if this season her journey is going to like be stepping away from being a professor, or if she gets really back into it, or like what's the reasoning for that? Because love the tagline. Like I think it's a great
Yeah.
tagline.
It's
Yeah.
But
really
curious
good.
to see like how that's going to play into her story, because I know she was struggling with that choice last year.
Yeah, and that's what's
Mhm.
interesting about this tagline. Because if it was just like, hey, I love being a professor, and
Yeah.
this is like my lifelong
It would make
dream,
perfect sense.
amazing tagline. But her journey has been let's get away from being a professor. So it's interesting that she's still tying herself into it for a full season.
Yeah, because she like wanted to be more of like a political commentator, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we shall see.
So we shall
Maybe
see.
she
That
should
one was
get with
interesting.
Ebony then.
Yeah,
Ooh.
exactly.
I would like to see
Like,
that duo. I would watch
Yes.
that would be good.
I would too. That would be. I don't know if any of the other housewives could handle that. Like,
No.
honestly, it would be, but I'm here for it. I would love
Yeah,
it.
same.
Yeah.
We love to see it. All right. So this week we also had a new episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. That was actually last night in our real time. When everyone's watching this, it'll be
Mhm.
a little bit earlier. But Amelia Hamlin and Scott Disick, we finally got Lisa Rinna's opinion. I want to know, what was your reaction to that?
Lisa Rinna's opinion was more, please.
I don't
because
want to
wa-
talk about it. I don't want to talk about it, guys. Like literally, if I meet Scott Disick, should I call him Lord? I was like, oh my god, Rinna.
Yeah, and before that, she was like, "Oh, I just don't want to make this a big deal. We're not going to really like bring attention to it."
Mhm.
That scene, and then like another scene, and then another scene. It's like all we're talking about now
That's
for the rest of the
literally-
episode was Scott Disick, and that was by Lisa doing it. She was starting the conversation.
Yeah.
So
It reminds me of that TikTok. It's like, don't do it, girl. I'm not gonna do it. And it's like, I did it. That's
I
I
did it.
I actually think that may like define Lisa Rinna as a person. It's like,
Yes.
you know, she tries to tell herself to
Yeah.
stop, but she can't. Like she can't hold herself back.
Yeah.
It's like literally
Yeah.
she's sitting there. Did you ever see that Kristen Wiig character that I think she was like? I can't even remember it exactly.
Penelope.
Yes, where she just
My
like couldn't, like-
favorite.
yeah, that's Lisa. Rinna to me.
So I'm the
Yeah.
world's greatest chef ever.
Yes,
So
that's Lisa Rinna, like where she
Yes.
can't stop herself.
Yes.
Oh
that
my
is.
god, I love you guys so much. We got SpongeBob and a Penelope reference.
I mean, Kristen Wiig and SpongeBob. That's
Kristen
all we
Wiig
do
is
in
like
our
one of my
lives.
favorites. I'll give it that.
Did I do? Oh my god, that's so exciting.
Anytime so exciting. Oh my god, I'm so
so
excited.
freaking excited.
Yes, too. That's every
my
single
God.
time. Like,
Don't run
yeah.
through a wall, please.
I'm about to go climb up Chase's chimney over there. Like,
I love
that's
when
how
she
excited
shoved
I
a
am.
whole pillow in her mouth.
Yes. Oh my god.
Amazing.
Oh, we do love.
Ah,
But that's
yeah.
really my thoughts on Lisa.
We
Rinna.
love Kristen Wiig. Don't love Lisa Rinna.
Exactly. No, it's
Yeah.
just so funny because I feel like she at first was like, oh, well, he's so much older than my daughter's, or my daughter rather. And then it was like, but you could tell she's like, this is my in for the press.
Oh my god.
She literally says, like, well, I know that it's another story in the press. Like, I'm glad it's not about her eating disorder, which I do understand. Obviously, that's super like rough. I can't imagine having that in the press, but she's like, but like, it's like, this is a good thing that this is another crazy story out there. So it's like, basically her entire life is just wanting to be famous and wanting to have her children be famous. And that's really all she cares about, in my opinion.
No,
Yeah.
I have the same opinion, and like I've always been. I will respect Lisa for she pushes the story
Like a little
forward
bit of a
sometimes,
monster.
but
Yes.
I don't like her as an actual like player in the show sometimes because none of it's authentic to me. I think
Yeah.
it's all very like you can see she's playing
It's
the game.
contrived every time
Yeah.
she says anything. Like she thinks about everything she's saying.
And
Yeah.
in this case, it's like you can't say I don't want to bring attention to it and then only bring attention to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, girl, just be like, oh my God, this is so wild. Because if she was just like, oh my God, this is so crazy, my daughter's dating Scott, and then talked about it more, we wouldn't care.
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
before- yeah, you know.
She tries to act like she's like, oh, like, no, I'm not happy about it. But then on the flip side, she makes it like that's all she wants to focus on her entire storyline.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Mhm.
if you generally weren't happy about it as a mom, you'd be like, look, like it's something we're dealing with privately as a family. Not the biggest fan of her dating someone like this.
Don't want to talk about it
Mhm.
anymore.
But on the flip side, how can they say that whenever Harry Hamlin was with someone who was 44 when he was 28 and had a child? So it's
See,
very like, it's a real family dynamic.
yeah.
for
See,
them.
I, the age difference is wild,
yeah.
but it's like it's for Amelia is an adult and she will have to make these decisions for herself. And I don't think as a parent you can step in,
right.
and I understand that,
Mm.
but
You don't have to
Lisa is
perpetuate
like
it.
enjoying it,
Yeah.
and that's where it changes things.
Mhm.
Because if she was over here struggling, I'd be like, okay, cool. But like,
Yeah.
she's not struggling.
What also rubs me the wrong way about this is that this is a pattern with Scott. So
Mhm.
And we were talking
Your
about this
theory.
earlier
I kind of like
too.
your theory.
I don't know if you watch the Kardashians or not.
Yeah.
I watched. Okay, do you watch? Are you like caught up now?
Not 100%, no.
Okay.
Neither are
So, like,
we, but we're loosely.
My mom has
Okay.
been watching because we always watched together, and then we like fell off for 5 years. I feel like a lot of people fell off watching in that time.
Yeah.
But she like decided to watch the last season. And she's like, I just feel like Scott's really sad and he just wants to stay in the Kardashian family so much. So he's only dating these women that are younger because he feels like he can maybe mold them into thinking it's normal to hang out with your ex's family all the time. Because I don't think a woman who's like 35 years old, like in his age range, is going to be comfortable hanging out with your ex's family all the time. So he goes for these younger women and he's like, all right, like we'll do this and we'll go like my way and hang out with the family. So I was like,
It's a form of control.
yeah, it's a form of control because you
Okay.
can control someone who's a teen. I mean,
Yeah,
she's a
I mean,
teenager. I know she's an
yeah.
adult, but you're still a
You're
teenager.
no, like
No,
you're
yeah.
really the first stage of adult,
Like,
which
when I
only
was-
1 year.
When I was
really.
19, I wasn't ready to have 3 stepchildren. Like I'm just saying.
No.
Yeah. And also even think about, so I don't know how old you guys are, but like I'm 29 and I think of how much I changed even 5 years ago when I was
Yeah.
24. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
we're,
we're both 28, so
yeah.
same page
yes,
as you.
yeah, exactly. It's just your brain develops so much. Like those are key years. Not to go all
Right.
sciencey on everyone. I'm
No,
not
it's
But
gonna-
it's true.
Yeah, yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how that whole thing plays out.
I mean,
Ugh.
I don't imagine it plays out great just because like he just did this with Sophia Richie. It's
Yeah.
not like this is any
Mhm.
different. So I don't know.
And then meanwhile, he's seeing Courtney and Travis together, and I feel
Oh
like
god.
he's broken up about that. Like, I don't know.
Oh my god, did you just put your finger? in
I was
my-
hoping you would suck my finger like Courtney did.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
I was like, why the hell did you just put your finger in my mouth?
I was like, honestly happy you
no,
didn't
ma'am.
take the bait, but like that was
I
the
was
bit I
like,
was
no,
going
ma-
for.
I thought he was like saying I have like lipstick on my teeth. I was like, okay, there's a more subtle way to do this, Chase. He's
I
like,
thought he was gonna try and pick your nose. I was like, this is interesting.
if there's something
Honestly.
there, I want you to be my friend.
No,
and
just a
get it for
little
me.
Courtney and Travis.
I don't know if you
play.
follow Benny Drama, but like I always love when he does like his little skits, and he did one where he was Kourtney Kardashian, like punk rock, and it was so funny.
It's literally
Yeah.
my favorite thing.
Like,
Her
yeah, I
style
love it.
is like completely like flip it
It-
and reverse it now.
She literally had like some like grills in her mouth the other day, which is not. It doesn't make sense.
That is chaotic. I
It
can't.
was Courtney, but that's the thing with the Kardashians though. They mold to whatever
Yes.
makes them relevant. And Travis is now making Courtney relevant, so she's gonna mold to that character.
I mean, could you have ever seen like them coming like as a couple?
No, no, no,
No,
no, no.
no.
I
And
know
What
it
like,
sounded really crazy the way I said that. Sorry, but yeah.
no, you're fine. I think the blinds were saying though, like this had been kind of a thing for years. Like they always
Ooh.
liked each other or something like that.
Ooh.
But it's just like it's crazy to think, it's just crazy to think that.
I mean, like they
It
do
is crazy.
kind of make sense. They're both like kind of boring and like low key, so like they do kind of go together, right?
No,
Like, I'm
I
just
get
gonna
what you
say it.
mean. Yeah,
like
for sure.
he's
Really
like, I know,
funny.
like if you look at him, you'd be like, oh my god, like he has all these tattoos, he's a punk rocker, blah blah blah. But he always like, I don't know if you ever watched his show that he had with his ex-wife.
I did.
yes.
But like he was always just like a super like normal, like nice guy. So I kind of see them together. And Courtney just like literally wants to just be a mom. So like I'm here for it.
It works.
I'm great. I don't really care, but like,
That's funny.
I love when Chase says he doesn't care about things that we're talking about. Like we'll spend 10 minutes talking about something and at the end Chase will go, yeah, I just like literally don't care.
as I've like already expressed all my opinions.
Thank you for your 10-minute rant on something you didn't care about. Very nice.
Like, damn, I can't wait to
Yeah.
see what you care about. Like that's
I know,
I'm
right?
excited.
Like the 3-hour passion we'll get from him.
Oh my god, that's hysterical. What are you guys thinking of Crystal and Kathy as our newest additions?
I mean, we have to say first off, Queen Kathy, we are stans.
Mm,
We have a Queen Kathy moment of the week. I know that some people think it's fake and some people think she's like doing it for an act. I think she's hilarious and just very
yeah.
eccentric, and we're very here for it.
I just think when you get to that level of like rich and
Yeah.
wealth, it's like you kind of become like a caricature of a person, and you're
Yeah.
a little bit delusional, and it's a little bit
Yeah.
insane. Like she's not one with the people. Like she's
Well, that's
so
a-
like weirdly like this
Weird
she's
people,
not a real person. Like
rich people
you
when
know?
they're weird are called eccentric, and that's literally what she is.
Yeah,
Like, she's just eccentric.
which is a problem in itself, but it's like, you know what, we're watching eccentric people no matter what. So
True.
like whatever.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, I need that on a t-shirt. Rich people who are weird or call her eccentric. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Right? I mean,
That couldn't be more true. Like, oh my god.
like her comment this week when she said to Dorit, oh,
My
the little
English
English girl over there.
My
were
favorite
just
thing
like,
I ever heard.
A, the fact that she did not remember Dorit's name. B, the fact she thought she was English. Just like, chef's
And Dorit
kiss.
literally thought, because she was like saying something to her, Dorit was like, oh my god, you're acknowledging me. She's like, yeah, that English
The
girl.
little English girl in the corner. Like, and then she's like, I'm from Connecticut. It's like, Logan, why are you talking like that? Like, I can't.
English? It's like,
Yeah. It's like,
Like,
I
girl,
actually
okay.
love Dorit though. Like, I know
Oh.
that's a controversial
she
opinion.
loves Dorit.
But
No,
yeah, I
I
think
love
she's so
Dorit.
interesting.
I think she is. There's something about her that is fascinating. And people will like hate on her love of labels. When she rocks up in that Louis Vuitton look
Oh,
this week, I was
right.
just like, I love so
Oh
much.
my god. Her closet, if I could live in her closet one day. I actually used her as my Bravo bestie one week. I said like we would get ready and then she would see what I'm wearing and be like, no, I have to redress you, and then dress me from her closet, and then we'd go to Rodeo Drive and she would buy me all new
No,
outfits.
you would never make it to Rodeo Drive because she'd redress you and then do a photo shoot in her closet of you for like 3 hours. And you'd have a great photo for like Tinder or
Yes.
for LinkedIn. Like you would have a full look and it would be
I'm fine
amazing.
with these plans.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're like, again, that's why
Yes.
she's my Bravo bestie.
Yes. And
Oh
as
my
for
God.
Crystal, like I think we're loving Crystal in a very different way than
Yeah.
Happy.
Yeah, because she's very quiet.
Yeah.
She hasn't like honestly like expressed herself too much. I think she's given us a little bit, and I think like serious things like
Yeah.
you know, when it comes to like dealing with body image issues, like
Mhm.
that's very important.
Mhm.
And I really love that because we do talk about that on the Housewives some, but I think she's coming right into it. And the way that she first said it, whenever she was at Kyle's party, that kind of slipped out, made it so real. So I
Yeah.
feel like sometimes you don't always want to express your insecurities, and she kind
Yeah.
of did it. She's like, oh my god, I just did it. And I was like, great. I like that this wasn't put on.
Yeah, like you don't feel
necessarily.
like she's doing it for a storyline. You feel like
No.
she's actually being her and she's being authentic to
'Cause-
who she is.
Yeah.
I think she's a person that's like, yeah, she's on camera, she knows what she's doing, she knows she's on a reality show, but I think she's being pretty much exactly who she is because she's
Mhm.
not being outwardly for the camera. Because I feel
Yeah.
like you're on reality TV, you're gonna like, I'm gonna play up, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna be this elevated person of myself. She's not, and I like that.
I think
Mhm.
that's why when she speaks that we like listen to, like she doesn't just
Yeah.
like spew. Like when she speaks with authority. And we were talking about this week's episode, especially like we felt like some of the ladies were kind of making light, especially when we knew that she had these body image issues. They were kind of making light of it and turning it into like, okay, well, we knew that Sutton wasn't trying to be creepy, weird, blah, blah, blah. Let's do this. It's like, well, hold on. You need to acknowledge Crystal's like feelings on having body image issues. And that might be a
Right.
reason why she's more upset about it than maybe Sutton would have been or Erica would have been, you know?
Yeah, I definitely agree with everything you're saying. I think it's also very important that we have someone who's so open about her body image issues in Beverly Hills because in this town, like everyone like looks
Yeah.
are everything. Yeah. Around here.
Yeah,
looks are
exactly. In
everything. Like,
Beverly Hills.
yes. I really think I can get more of a feel for her once this Sutton drama wraps
Yes,
up because I think it's
1000%.
taking away kind of how in Dallas Brandy's storyline took away from Tiffany. Now I think this Sutton bullshit is taking
Yes.
away from Crystal.
Yeah.
Yes. But I did love this last episode, like at the very end, whenever Sutton's like unraveling as she normally
Mhm.
does whenever she's fighting with someone. Crystal's just like, huh,
Yeah.
okay. Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
She's not going to
entertain
back
this.
down. She's
Yeah.
like, no, I'm going to tell you the exact definition of the word violated. I'm not going to back down from saying I felt violated. If you took it as a weird sexual way or whatever, that's on you. I'm telling you, I felt violated. Here's the definition. Point
And I
blank,
just
period.
kind of liked her little like,
Yeah.
you can unravel, like you're
Yeah.
fine. And all the girls, I think they were all kind of ganging up in that moment on Crystal and being like, you need to like change your feelings, you need to change your thoughts because Sutton wasn't doing this on purpose. And
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think Sutton was doing it maliciously, but that doesn't
Right.
invalidate Crystal's
Someone's
feelings.
feelings.
Right.
And I like that Crystal wasn't gonna be like, oh my god, everyone's coming after me, I'm gonna like buckle in this situation. No, she was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
like I'll say like sorry, whatever, but like I'm not
change how I feel because it's how I feel.
And I'm not changing
Yes.
myself for y'all. I'm not gonna back down and
Yeah.
I'm not gonna cave to this energy.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I
I
like it.
agree 100%.
It was a glimpse into her in the sense of like she's not here to let y'all run all over her
Right.
at
Yeah.
all.
Especially as like sometimes when you come in as like the young fresh meat into the situation, you could easily be swayed into feeling like, oh, I'm just gonna like let my feelings go on it, and she has not done that. So that's why it's like, go on, Crystal.
Yeah.
I think that's
I
also
am
probably
excited
why
to
the
see.
other ladies like ganged up on her because they were probably like, well, she's new. Like, let's take advantage of this situation.
Mhm.
But I always felt like Sutton coming into this season, people were like giving Sutton too much credit. I was like,
hated
hold
Sutton.
on. Right?
Oh, okay. There
That's
you
what
go.
I was like,
Wow.
kind of like, I didn't like hate her
More
last
wine.
season, but I was like, what has she really brought? I was gonna do it, but I'm glad you did it. I was like, what has
Sorry.
Sutton brought for everyone to be like, oh my god, give this queen a diamond? I was like, what? Like, what has she really done to be like, oh my god?
I
yes.
think she like had a few good lines in the reunion and everyone went nuts. And I respected her more than I did the full season on the reunion, but I couldn't get past. I'm like, this woman's a fucking snob. Like, I don't like her. I don't like her.
I only liked whenever she called Teddy boring. That was like the only thing that I was like, okay, I could have given her a diamond at that moment, but other than that, I really had no reason to.
I literally, it's funny that you even brought up Teddy because she just is so in my rear view.
Yeah.
So in my rear view.
I thought you
Oh
were
my
headed
God.
somewhere with that. You were gonna
No,
say
just that's it.
something.
I just no, because the thing is, I'm
we
not
just
gonna.
want to literally pick up our very expensive mic and drop it on Teddy and say, no, we're
No,
done.
I don't. I don't
Whatever
need
it's
to
our butterfly.
elaborate on it. That's it.
But she's gonna appear at
Scene.
some point this season
Yeah,
on Beverly
exactly.
Hills, and we're not looking forward to
No,
that.
not looking forward to it.
Oh yeah.
I love when she was like, I will confirm that I do have an appearance at some point in Beverly Hills. We were like, okay, can you unconfirm and delete it? Like, okay, girl.
Like, great, good for you,
Yeah.
I guess.
Keep
Wow.
scamming people into body issues, but okay.
I know that whole thing was wild, and then it was crazy how she was exposed, but like she was exposed, and then everyone went on with their lives. It's like, okay, like
Yeah.
now I'm gonna go play video games or
Because
something.
that's
I
how
don't know.
truly irrelevant she was, like in the scheme of things. People are like, whatever, it's not even worth wasting our energy on.
Well, I feel like it was just like you don't need to be on this platform to promote.
You know that her
your
man was also
stuff.
running a security business and literally like he was like scamming people too. Apparently he was like scamming the elderly.
Allegedly.
Scamming everybody on
Oh.
this Bravo. So allegedly. There
Sorry,
you go.
allegedly.
I
I'm
see.
really
I'm an
bad at
allegedly
saying-
fan. Cassie's up here spouting shit.
I just whatever. I'm messy.
I know.
Where's
I'm literally
wait.
always like, allegedly, they alleged.
Me too. I'm like, I can't say it enough. Allegedly.
Sorry, I should just probably record myself saying allegedly 1,000 times. And can you just like interject it into everything?
That's
I
perfect.
say?
I love audio editing, so I got this. I'm like so proud of it. I'll be like, I allegedly had eggs for breakfast today. Like,
No one's gonna come at me.
I'm like,
a law.
"Sydney, what are you gonna get from me? Like, okay. Like you want a ponytail holder, go for it. Like, I don't know.
I have a paperweight in the shape of a diamond. It's very realistic looking.
Right? I'm like, come for me, I guess. I mean, please don't, but do whatever. Oh my god, Chase, no, Chase is making me
I'm like, I'm coming for it then.
Oh, Chase is, I'm gonna get a lawsuit from Chase Smith next week. That's like,
Oh my god, I love it. You should film it like
How
in
cute.
OC when what's with Lynn Curtin's daughter got served.
Served at the door. Oh my god, it was
Yeah.
so uncomfortable. Oh,
guys, we did a segment for a minute where we were doing Bravo Theater, and we would say
I'm gonna bring
Lynn.
that back.
We would say Lynn curtains up to introduce the scene because we were like, instead of curtains up,
That's
Lynn
hysterical.
curtains up.
Oh my god, that's so creative. I freaking
Thank
love
you.
that.
It was very off the cuff. Off the Lynn curtain cuff.
Oh my god! Whatever happened to those? Does she still make that? I gotta look this up now.
I'm
like,
wearing
does she
one
still make
Now,
them?
no, I'm kidding. What if I was? What if I was?
That needs
What
to
if
go
I was
for a
wearing the
profile.
Lynn curtain cuff?
Oh
That
my
would've been-
god! And like, yeah, the giant with
You'd
the
buy them?
chunky crosses. So she's a jewelry designer at Lynn Curtin Collection. I
Ooh,
think
love
she's
that.
straight away from the cuffs. She's now doing bangles. I think we've moved out of the early 2000s.
Oh, that seems like a natural progression. You
I mean,
know?
that's cute that she
Yes.
went from the early 2000s to the early 2010s with bagels. Like, that's like, that is not progress. Like, I'm sorry.
To Lynn Curtin, it is.
Like, I go on, Queen. I support you on your bagel journey.
I do too. Good for her.
Yeah, I know
That's
she was always
hysterical.
chaotic, but I loved her.
Yeah. I mean,
Yes. Remember when she got the plastic surgery?
She already had no expression, but then when she got the plastic surgery, it was even less of an expression. She'd
Yeah.
just be like, yeah, okay, like all the time.
That was
So funny.
what an interesting time. in
What a
OC.
moment. Imagine casting Lynn Curtin.
You're making her fancier than she is.
I love lawn curtain.
Lana Del Curtin.
I did see, oh my God, the other day there was a tweet. What is oh God, I love that I always bring up things and can't remember any name. But you know the original like gates on the OC like intro?
Oh, Coda de Casa?
Yeah, like, and it's
Yeah.
the gates that open up.
Yeah.
One of the original housewives, that was her house.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Who?
And it was the really boring lady. I can't remember her name.
Oh, the lady that left the show because she had like skin cancer, right? The lady that left.
No.
She was super rich. No, she was in the first season.
It wasn't her though.
Joe? No, that was with
No.
Slade.
It wasn't
We'll-
Lori
we'll look-
Peterson because she was
No, it
broken,
wasn't
rich, and broken.
her.
Yes.
It wasn't her. It was like she had
I literally just gave you the entire first cast.
maybe it was second season, but
Gina? It wasn't
anyways.
Gina.
Oh,
No,
Gina.
no,
Oh,
because we all know her house.
yeah.
God,
we?
guys, I'm so sorry.
Do we all know her
original?
house?
I'm like original OC.
Because there was a woman
cast.
named Kimberly, but she
Kimberly,
left
she was the one who, yeah,
Skin
that left for
cancer,
skin
yeah.
cancer.
She moved to
Okay, it's rude that
Chicago.
it's rude that I just googled the original OC cast and it gave me like the OC the TV show. And I was like, that's
That's
not what we're here
The
for.
nerve Google.
Like,
The
not that I
nerve.
don't love that show too, but don't disrespect.
See,
me
this
right
is
now.
why we don't Google because like they're giving me housewives.
And then it gives you
that-
like Kelly.
Oh, Tammy Knickerbocker.
She was-
Oh, that was her house.
That was her house
Really?
because y'all remember her story was like she married a
OC
really
Angels.
rich man
yes.
and like lost all their money, blah blah. That was her house.
Yeah.
And the other day she tweeted because like Andy was like, "What are the best gates on Bravo?" And he meant like Puppy Gate or like Fancy
Oh.
Gate. He meant that. And she retweeted and said, "Oh, my gate, the gate that you've used for all these years and haven't given me any royalties."
Go off, Queen. Did she
Oh
do that?
Yes.
my god.
All right, this is
Also,
a Timmy Knickerbocker stand now. What's her name? Tammy?
Tammy Knickerbocker.
Tammy
Tammy Knickerbocker.
Okay, say
Jimmy Neutron? No.
say Tammy Knickerbocker 10 times fast and tell me that y'all can.
I can't.
Like a Barney song, like, hey, Mr. Knickerbocker. Boppity
Yeah.
bop, like,
I'm like, Tammy Knickerbocker sounds like a tongue
that's a
twister
real
in
last
itself.
name.
Like,
Model.
and she dated Slade Smiley too, didn't she?
Oh,
Yes.
God, what are you-
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
That guy's
Yeah,
been
she dated
around.
Slade.
Yes.
He has dated
Mhm.
every-
Those were her daughters, the
Yeah,
OC
the OC
Yeah, the
Angels.
OC Angels.
Like you said, yes. Oh my God, amazing.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
the freaking.
So those are her gates, and they've been on the OC for 13, 14
I mean, I
years.
do feel like she should get a little bit of a
At least like
royalty from
$500, a
that.
little kickback, you
I
know?
think, yeah, just like a one-time flat fee. Just
Yeah.
like
A little
that's
nick
it.
back from that. Let's go.
A little
Why not?
Knickerbocker.
Why not? She deserves.
Yeah, I'm
After
into it.
sacrificing her gates from 20 years
I just
ago
love
for
that tweet.
video.
Like 10 people liked it. I mean, I was one of the 10.
I'm
but-
pissed.
just
Maybe
really
they'll replace
funny.
it with Heather Dubrow's gates now.
You're right.
Whose gates are your favorite? Like, but how many gates were on fucking Bravo? Like, I don't.
Apparently enough.
Oh my god, that shit's
Iconic.
wild.
Iconic.
I do want to, before we wrap up, I do want to touch on Erica Jane and her divorce. Are you buying her story on the show?
Okay, so we watched the documentary, and like I
Yes.
feel like it's one of those things that we knew. Like when you read the press, right, and you're like, okay, they were scamming these people, and they were scamming like victims of these horrible tragedies. We were both like, oh my god, that's so awful. Like I can't imagine this. And then you watch the documentary, and you put like real people behind these situations.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that if Teresa Giudice went to prison for her role and Joe fraudulently doing whatever he was doing, not scamming people that were genuine victims, there's no way that Erica doesn't go to jail and
or at
doesn't-
least get some sort of punishment.
how
I
does
just-
she not go to jail?
Because the
genuinely?
thing is, it's like she's gonna obviously play this role. I mean, now she's going. I don't know if you saw the art or the headline that like
Yeah.
she's now going to be testifying against Tom. So like that's
Mhm.
obviously the next journey for her, and it's like okay, we understand that. That makes sense, like for
Yeah.
her. But it's like I just don't see how you can live this luxurious life for all this time and not face some sort of at least giving some sort of assets back.
Also the fact that
Yeah.
she acts like she like has been like, she's stepping down because she's now living in a 2,500 square foot gorgeous freaking house in Beverly Hills and driving a Range Rover on
She's
still
slumming it
like
now.
stolen money, in my opinion. Like these, like I don't understand how she stays on the show and feels like everything she's doing is okay at this point.
Well, that home she's in now has got to be at least 4.55 million.
Well, there you go.
For a home like that in WeHo, that's what the going rate is.
Oh, it's
and
in
then,
WeHo. Okay.
Yeah. And then also, so right now she doesn't have any official charges filed against her in relation to the embezzlement. She's only getting hit with the bankruptcy. So it's like their lawyers are trying to pull enough evidence together that they can prove that she should be charged with the embezzlement as well. But like you said, if you watch the documentary, which you guys did, like if you listening watch the documentary, you would know that there was allegedly some shady crap with the stolen money being sent in a loan to the
Like
enterprise.
Yeah, and that's where it's like we didn't get enough in the documentary to like actually make a conclusion. Of course, that's not, you're never going to get all the information.
Right.
Yeah.
But it was just like the stuff where it's like, oh, she was a secretary on some of his like
And, like,
companies
Vegas.
and like Erica Jane Productions or whatever it was getting as you said, like money, and it's just like, okay, well, this is fishing.
I mean, I'm no lawyer,
You
but the
know?
fact that her lawyers dropped her after the documentary is kind of telling.
They came back though.
Oh, did they?
They did.
Yeah, they were like, just kidding. Like,
Yeah, it was weird. They came back.
yeah.
I just feel like she keeps in the show too alluding to things, right? Like, you know, whenever you've funded my life and whenever you've done this, and, you know, I feel like he has some things coming to him, makes me feel like she was already privy to some things.
See, I'm right now on the side of I don't think she knew everything, but I don't think she was clueless.
But she knew
How do
enough.
you know? Like, the thing is, Erica Stan, especially when she came on the show, she was like, "Me and my man are a partner. Like, this is me. I know everything. I'm a badass. Like, me and my man stand side by side. We're
Yeah.
a power couple in LA.
Yeah.
My man's a badass, and I'm a badass right beside him." And I was like, "Yeah, you know what? I believe that."
Yeah.
But now she's like, "I never knew anything."
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I'm like, wait, that was interesting that you based your whole persona off being so knowledgeable of your man's career,
Yeah.
and now you didn't know anything.
Yeah.
I'm not saying she knew it all.
I don't
but
think she was the mastermind of it, but I think
No.
that you, at some point, if you're in a marriage for 20 years, like you have to know something.
something. Where's all this money coming from? I know he's a super
Right.
successful lawyer, but it's like millions and millions of dollars.
They
that
don't
are-
make Bill
are
Gates
alleged-
money.
Yeah, exactly. Allegedly, millions, over $20 million was given to her in her
That's
like
so much
LLCs.
money.
That's insane.
It's insanity.
So I it's interesting to see the show though, right? Because they're clearly playing or clearly editing Erica as a victim at this moment.
Yeah.
So it's really messing with my brain coming from like steady
Where we're at
opinion.
right now, like
Yeah.
in the year, as opposed to whatever this was filmed in November.
Yeah.
Like that was
Yeah.
whenever the thing came out. I imagine who Garcelle was talking about in this last episode, that he was spotted out with a 60-year-old woman. It had to be like Trisha A. Bigelow, right? Like
Right.
that's, I mean, so it's like I just think that felt like so long ago, but that's what we're living in now
Yeah.
on the show. So
And do I think he treated her like shit at times? I mean, that's probably true.
I mean, even the clips they were flashing back to, I was like, oh
Yeah.
shit, I would not like if my man talked to me
the
that
way
way.
he
in front of
spoke
people.
to her and then spoke to Lisa Vanderpump, I was so shocked that Ken Todd did not turn around and smack the crap out of him whenever he
Yeah.
like called out his Queen Lisa. Like he definitely was an old man. I'm gonna say that, I don't feel bad about saying he's an old man. An old man that was very stuck in his ways and very
Mhm.
controlling. But that's, I mean, she got with him when he was 60 years old. It's not like he had probably changed that much.
Yeah.
Over 20
Right.
years. So
Right. I think she's
Yeah.
definitely using it now as a, I don't want to say cover up, but like she's playing into that story.
it's
Yeah.
kind of a scapegoat from what
Yeah.
like she wants to make it like she's innocent and possible, but I don't know, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's interesting. It's all unfolding, and that's what's so interesting about this stuff. We have so much drama going on in the Bravo universe. It's not on the show. It's all
Yeah.
outside
Yes.
of it. It's
Yeah.
so crazy.
Yes. And I know we will be watching with our Whispering Angel and now the dill potato chips that I need
There you
to.
go.
Dill
Get
pickles,
on.
Lay's. You have to get the Lay's brand though, because they're the best, and if you're trying them for the first time,
Okay. No, I'm like literally about to go to Ralph's and be like, "I need these
please do.
chips."
You have to let us know.
Yes. Well, thank you both for joining me. Please tell everyone where they can find you.
At Reality Wind Down on Instagram, anywhere you stream podcasts, TikTok, and Twitter.
Yeah.
I feel so Gen Z after saying that.
You're like, catch us, subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Yes, I always say tap that subscribe button like a cute little tush. Woo woo!
Yes, love that.
Thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you so much.
This was so much fun.
Thank you so much for tuning into the Believe in Bravo Besties podcast today. Don't forget to rate and review this podcast and the Reality Wind Down. 5 stars, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at Diana Gebbia and on TikTok there as well. Talk to you next week.